Okay, right. Let's unpack this stack of sources you've shared.
Yeah, let's get into it.
We're diving deep, really deep into something pretty specific, but fascinating, I think. It's all about LinkedIn strategy, but specifically for, micro-influencers.
Right. That group, what is it, 10,000 to maybe 49,000 followers, creators, professionals in that range?
Exactly. And what jumps out immediately from these sources is this idea, this argument that if you're in that group,
Yeah.
just copying what the really big names, the ones with millions of followers, do, that might actually be holding you back.
Totally. It could be counterproductive, that's what they're saying. Like you're trying to play a different game with the wrong rules.
Exactly. It's like the material makes this really strong case that you're not just a smaller version of a mega influencer. You're in this unique sweet spot.
That's the key phrase, right? The sweet spot. You're large enough to actually have real influence, real reach. But, and this is crucial, you're still small enough that you can maintain genuine, personal connections with your audience.
Which allows for a totally different path, a more, maybe authentic one.
Precisely. So the mission here for this deep dive is really to pull out those specific tailored strategies the sources talk about.
The ones designed just for this stage, this sweet spot.
Yeah, and figure out how they can help you turn your LinkedIn presence into something powerful. For influence, sure, but also for building real, meaningful relationships.
It's about leveraging that specific advantage you have.
It is. And the sources are pretty direct about it. They basically say following advice meant for the influencer titans could actually sabotage your growth.
Because the dynamics are just so different.
Completely different.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. You're not trying to cast this super wide net appealing superficially to millions.
No.
Your strength, based on this material anyway, is making a deeper impact on a more dedicated group, built on, trust and real connection.
Exactly. Influence through resonance, you could say, not just sheer volume. Your authenticity is the edge at this stage. And that needs a strategy built just for that scale, that level of connection.
Okay, so let's dig into what they mean by this micro-influencer sweet spot.
Yeah.
That 10K to 49K follower range. Why is that the magic number zone?
Well, it seems to be that point where your message can, travel a bit. It has reach, but you can still realistically engage, actually talk with a good chunk of your core audience, much bigger accounts. They really struggle with that personal interaction piece.
And the sources point out that micro-influencers often get higher engagement rates because of this, right?
Exactly, because you're seen as this emerging niche expert, but you still feel accessible. Your personal brand has both authority and relatability.
Accessible authority. I like that.
It's powerful stuff. Your audience feels like they can actually reach you, talk to you, but they also respect your knowledge.
Yeah.
That combination makes your insights, your recommendations land much harder. It builds trust in a way that, massive profiles often just can't replicate.
Okay, so given this unique position, this sweet spot, how do you actually make the most of it? The sources seem to outline a few key strategies. First one they hit hard is thought leadership, using that as your foundation.
Absolutely. And that starts with consistently putting out original long-form content. Think weekly articles on LinkedIn Pulse, maybe.
Stuff that really dives deep.
Yeah, into industry trends, challenges, opportunities, but from your unique angle, your perspective.
So definitely going beyond just sharing other people's articles or quick updates.
Oh, for sure. It's about showing deep industry analysis, positioning yourself as someone people turn to for real insights, actionable stuff, not just surface level takes, but analysis your audience can actually use in their jobs, in their thinking.
And they mention video too, don't they? Is being pretty important here.
Yes, definitely. Building a consistent video series is seen as crucial. It's another way to show expertise, obviously.
Right.
But it also really helps build those stronger personal connections we talked about. People see you, hear you. It reinforces that accessible authority thing.
Got it.
The whole goal with this thought leadership piece is to become, top of mind in your network for whatever your specific niche expertise is.
Okay, so that's getting your own ideas out there. Then the sources talk about amplifying your reach through strategic collaboration.
Yeah.
How does that look different from micro-influencers?
Right. This is where you really lean into your existing network to grow together. One big tactic they mention is co-hosting webinars.
Okay.
Partnering up with other experts or maybe brands that are complementary to what you do.
So not competitors, but adjacent.
Exactly. It's not just pooling resources. It's a direct way to get in front of new relevant audiences, people who are already interested in related topics.
Right, like a direct audience swap almost. Doubles your potential reach instantly.
Right.
What about more like real-time interaction?
Yeah, that's where LinkedIn Live comes in. The sources recommend using it for real-time Q&As. It's a fantastic way to showcase your expertise kind of on the fly, answering questions directly, and building that authentic connection through live interaction. It really cements you as that accessible authority.
Any other collaboration formats they suggest? Maybe more hands-on?
Yep. Workshop partnerships, getting together with others to deliver practical, skill-based learning experiences.
Like actually teaching something tangible.
Exactly. These give immediate, real value to people who participate. And importantly, they often lead to deeper professional relationships and help you expand your network with really high-quality contacts.
Makes sense. Okay, moving on. Hashtags, you mentioned them earlier.